Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very good volleyball game in store tonight. A very good one. The Bemidji Lumberjacks facing the Moorhead Spuds on the campus of Moorhead High School here tonight. It is homecoming week here at Moorhead High School, so the atmosphere should definitely be great once again. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Girls Volleyball on Spuds TV. I'm Thomas Fox. Glad you can be with us here tonight. Bemidji coming in with a 5-8 record. They recently beat Pine River Bacchus in a sweep of sets, 3-0. And the Spuds coming off a win against the Alexandria Cardinals, 3-2. Where these teams stand in Section 8 4A will definitely be a necessity to look at as the season comes to a close. Moorhead is definitely way up there with STMA and Rogers, along with Buffalo, but they'll have to do some tough climbing the rest of the way, as Bemidji gave them a pretty good fight on September 14th, their last matchup, as Moorhead did win, but in 3-2, so Bemidji is probably going to bring the same energy here tonight, as they are not an easy team to beat despite their record, as they are a really disciplined group and are able to find ways to win. And the Spuds are pretty much that times 2, as they have really made themselves into one of the best teams in Section 8 4A, thanks to the help of Talia Triggs, Grace Bathurst, and many others on the roster. And speaking of that, let's go over the rosters real quick, starting with the Lumberjacks. On the court for Bemidji will be Sammy Nisler, Molly Roop, Brooklyn Sager, Livia Ritchie, Anna Frenzel, Jordan Pemberton, Aurora Frank, and Margie Anderson. And for Bemidji, Sammy Nisler will be the libero. For the Spuds, it'll be Ryan Ness, Annie Horan, Talia Triggs, Grace Bathurst, and Madden Bogenreef. Lauren Peterson will be the libero. These two teams, big rivals already in many sports. And especially in volleyball. And you can already guarantee that the Spuds student section is going to be roaring tonight, as they always do. Decked out in PJs, as that is the theme for tonight's game. Pemberton will serve for Bemidji, and here we go. Dug out by Peterson. Up to Smith, deflected at the net. Bemidji looking to answer quickly, and they can't, and it goes out of bounds. Bad start for Bemidji, good start for the Spuds, and it's 1-0 early in set number 1. Gracie Atchison will serve for the Spuds. Up to Roop, dug out by Triggs, nice play. Up to Bogenreef. And it was last touched by the Lumberjacks, and it's 2-0. Atchison will serve once again. Pass to Roop. Pass to Ness. And it goes into the net. It's 3-0 just like that. Some sloppy passing from Bemidji results in another Moorhead point. Roop and Sager were in the vicinity. And what a dig there by Nisler. That almost hit the ground. And right on cue, this one does, as it was blocked at the net. And Bemidji's on the board. And that is definitely going to be a X factor in this game. How well can these two teams block at the net? Dug out by Peterson. Here's Ness. That one falls, and it's 4-1. Ness with the kill. Kendall Lund checks in for the Spuds and will serve. Could not be dug out by Peterson, and it's 4-2. Frenzel was bringing the heat on the far side. Peterson couldn't handle it. Results in a Bemidji point. Francine Mamuge with the serve. Tipped at the net. Pass up to Roop, and that one falls. And it's 4-3. Mamuge will serve once again for the Lumberjacks. Almost went into the net. And it'll be a service ace. That was a laser of a serve from Mamuge, and the game is tied. Pass from Peterson up to Triggs. And the Lumberjacks take their first lead of the night, as Triggs couldn't get it to fall inbounds. A 4-0 run for Bemidji, as they got the crowd silent here. Here's Haran. Nice dig there by Pemberton. Blocked by Haran, and it falls down, and the game is tied back up at 5. Haran with a nice block at the net. Results in a game-tying point here in set number 1. Mamuge didn't play it, and it costed Bemidji, and the Spuds take the lead back. And for Haran, that is a First Avenue promo ace. First one of the night for either side, or excuse me, the Spuds anyway. And Haran's just gonna let it sail out of bounds. And now the Spuds are getting momentum back at 7-5 on the First Community Credit Union scoreboard. Mamuge digs it out. Bumped over the net. Nice dig there by Lund. And Atchison smartly lets it drop out of bounds, and it's 8-5. Just smart volleyball early on here for the Spuds. Pass up to Roop, denied at the net, and it's gonna go out of bounds. And once again, the Spuds defense at the net comes through with a big stop. They lead 9-5 here in set number 1. Timeout Bemidji. We'll be back after this timeout here on Spuds TV.
Pam is a small business owner. She is swamped. Pam knows she needs to advertise, but is overwhelmed by all the options. What if there was a way for Pam to have access to a team of media experts? What if this was at no extra cost and didn't require a contract? Meet Avenue Right. Save time, money, and get peace of mind that your advertising dollars are well spent.
Back from the timeout. Spuds trying to increase their run. Here's Triggs. Could not be handled by Mamuge, and it's 10-5. That's what Triggs does best. And Mamuge couldn't handle that one either, as that'll be a first half promo ace for Annie Horan, her second of the night. It's 11-5 Spuds on the First Community Credit Union scoreboard, now 11-6, as that serve goes over the line and out of bounds. Molly Roop will serve. Could not be handled by Atchison. And a service ace for Roop. And it's 11-7 here in set number one. Roop will serve once again for the Lumberjacks. Pass up to Bathurst. Played nicely there by Bemidji. In the air, here's Triggs. Mamuge with a nice dig. A very nice dig by Peterson there. Here's Bathurst. And it just went out of bounds. Beautiful setup. Just not the result the Spuds wanted, and it's 11-8 here in set number one. Pass from Atchison. From Bogenreef to Triggs. Too much mustard on it, and it's 11-9. And crucial mistakes like those, well, right on cue. A serve right into the net makes it 12-9. And as I was about to say, crucial mistakes like those will definitely be a key factor in this game. Nice dig there by Nisler. And that one goes over the line. It was last touched by a Spud, and it's 12-10. Aurora Frank with the serve. Pass up to Triggs. Deflected at the net. Nice dig there by Mamuge. Great block by Bathurst, 13-10. Denied by Bathurst. And once again, the Spuds showing how deadly their defense is right up at the net. They have such a tall lineup that it is pretty much automatic. And so is that. A very nice kill there to bring the Lumberjacks to within two. Margie Anderson with the serve. Triggs with the bump. Now Bogenreef. Here's Ness. Up top to Frenzel. Here's Bogenreef. Now Triggs. Could not be handled. 14-11. Sager was right there, and she could not handle it. Not the first time that has happened. Oh, what a nice dig by Nisler. Pass up to Haran. Hit in the air by Nisler, and it falls out of bounds. 15-11. Nisler had to back up in attempt to hit it up in the air for a pass. And it ended up not working in her favor. Pass up to Frenzel. Could not get that pass to succeed. Leads up to 5 for the Spuds. Three Spuds at the net. Pass up to Roop. That is deflected by Haran, and it falls. There's a little bit of a delay in call there, but another great block by Annie Haran, resulting in another Moorhead point, and they're up 17-11. Peterson with the serve. Pass up to Frenzel. Nice dig by Bogenreef. Here's Triggs. Bumped up to Ritchie. 18-11. And everything going right so far for the Spuds. Moorhead is just a very tough team to beat at home, and they have shown it on multiple occasions as that serve from Peterson goes into the net. And it's 18-12. Pemberton checks back in, and she'll serve for the Lumberjacks. Bump up to Haran. Here's Roop. Oh, what a vicious kill by Molly Roop. That ball had a family, my goodness. It's a 5-point game now. And Bemidji has shown that they are never out of it, especially against a team like Moorhead. Pass up to Smith, and that one falls right in the breadbasket. And it's 19-13. Beautiful placement there by Aubrey Smith as she gets the kill. Pass up to Roop. Atchison, now Nisler. Up to Roop again, denied. And it'll go towards Moorhead. 4 hits on the Lumberjacks, and the lead's up to 7 once again on the First Community Credit Union scoreboard. Bemidji just trying their best to stay within striking range, and that's not going to do them any favors. Largest lead of the night for the Spuds. It's up to 8. Timeout Bemidji. The Spuds have just had all the answers so far as they lead 21-13 on the First Community Credit Union scoreboard. We'll be back from this Bemidji timeout in a few moments.
Valley Alignment and Auto Repair has provided the FM area with vehicle service and repairs since 1978. They perform your vehicle service needs from oil changes and brakes to transmission and engine rebuilds. Valley Alignment and Auto Repair is a proud sponsor of Spuds Athletics and wish all the athletes and families a great 2022-23 school year and sports season.
(21-13) coming out of the Bemidji timeout. They've already used 2 of them in this set alone as they have struggled to keep up with the Spuds' offensive and defensive attack. Pass from Atchison up to Bogenreef. Now Haran could not be handled by Anderson. It's 22-13. They are starting to run away with this one so far. as all the momentum is on the Spud side. Pass up. Oh, nice dig by Triggs. Could not be handled. Oh, what a rally that was in favor of the Spuds, starting with a beautiful dig from Talia Triggs and a beautiful kill from Annie Horan. Bogenreef with the assist. Leads up to 10. And there will be a rotation. Aurora Frank checks back into the game for the Lumberjacks. And it'll be an illegal rotation on Moorhead, as I guess they had someone outside the line. And the lead's cut to 9. Pass up to Haran. Nicely handled by Nisler. Here's Triggs with the bump. Up to Ness. Denied at the net, but it somehow stays in play. Triggs deflected, out of bounds. Set point coming up. Another one that could not be handled by Bemidji. And they are in the weeds here. Down 10. And the Spuds can end it here. Pass up to Frenzel. Atchison with a good attempt at digging it, but instead it deflects off her and out of bounds. 24-15 on the First Community Credit Union scoreboard. Mamuge with the serve. Nice dig by Atchison. Up in the air, Triggs. Now Nisler. Up to Anderson. Now Roop denied by Haran. And it will go towards Bemidji. Good block once again by Haran, but it ends up in a Bemidji point. This time it'll do it. A serve going into the net. And the Spuds win set number 1 with ease. And throughout like the late stages of set number 1, it seemed like they dominated every aspect, offensively and defensively. And we'll see if they can maintain that consistency. We will take a break here on Spuds TV in preparation for set number 2.
Don't work out where you won't work out. Blueprint Personal Training. At Blueprint, you'll work directly with an experienced personal trainer and nutrition coach in our brand new private gym. Tell us about your fitness goals, and we'll provide the personalized workouts and motivation to get the results you want to see. Training, nutrition, accountability. Blueprint Personal Training. BlueprintFargo.com.
Moorhead Dental Associates, you'll get the very best care and state-of-the-art technology. Dr. Scatfold and Dr. Johnson are now accepting new patients. Call or stop in to Moorhead Dental Associates.
We asked the team how we should celebrate the $2 million given to Casasa members last year. Ben wanted to spread the news with the help of an airplane. Jen thought we should celebrate by giving everyone a cake. And Eric wanted to make it into a movie.
$2 million.
Steve thought, well, what if we just said it?
Last year, First Community Credit Union gave $2 million in Casasa rewards.
Set number 2 is just about underway as the Spuds previously won set number 1 25-15. Won it in dominating fashion late in the set, as it was mainly led by the offensive and defensive abilities of Annie Horan, who had 2 service aces in that set alone, along with a few key blocks, resulting in points. Here's another one here, but it goes into the net, and it's 1-0 Bemidji. Right on cue once again, Horan showing how she can use her height to her advantage. Pass up to Horan, deflected and out of bounds. 1-1 in set number 2, as it could not be handled by Pemberton, who attempted to bump it into the air for the Lumberjacks, and she couldn't do it. Here's Atchison. Now Nisler, up to Roop, denied again at the net. Bogenreef and Horan were in the vicinity. Up to Roop. This time she doesn't get denied. Up to Ness. Here's Horan. That one falls, and it's 2-1 Moorhead. Took a matter of time until the Spuds could find some space. They do there, and it's 2-1. Annie Horan does it again. Denied again by Horan, and it's 3-1. Boy, oh boy, Annie Horan is putting on a show here tonight. And it's 3-1 in the blink of an eye. Atchison with the serve. Dug out by Peterson. Up to Triggs. And it sails over the line. It's 3-2. And Mamuge will be serving, as she has recently been checked in for Frenzel. Nice dig by Triggs once again. Up to Roop. Denied once again by Bogenreef and Horan. This one falls as it'll go towards Ness for 2 Spuds. And Ness will be checked out for Kendall Lund, who will serve with the Spuds up 2. And it's 5-2, as that one could not be dug out by Mamuge, as it has become a nightmare for her early on. Nisler with the bump. Up to Roop. Almost denied, but she gets it to fall this time. 5-3 Spuds on the kill from Molly Roop. Too much mustard on it, and it's 6-3 Spuds. There's been a lot of that in this game. Bump by Nisler. Pass up to Bathurst. Good bump by Lund. Here's Triggs. Deflected and out of bounds. 7-3. There were 2 Lumberjacks attempting to block Triggs' shot. They were successful, but not successful at the same time. Bemidji down 4. Oh, what a nice dig there by Nisler. able to keep it alive for Bemidji. Now Triggs. Nissler once again keeping it in the air. Triggs once again. Denied at the net this time, and it's 7-4. This time the Lumberjacks are able to get to Triggs in a beneficial way this time, as it results in a point, and it's 7-4. That one went into the net, but the Spuds keep it alive. Deflected at the net. Now Atchison up to Bathurst. Out of bounds. And it's 7-5. Here's Frank with the serve. That touched the net, but it went over. Here's Triggs. Almost 4 hits. And it's 7-6. Very close call there for the Lumberjacks, but they're able to make it work as they're down 1 here in set number 2. Pass up to Triggs. Deflected, kept in the air by Anderson. Here's Roop. Good attempt at a dig from Lund, but she didn't have the best angle, and it goes out of bounds off of her, and the game is tied 7-7. Frank with the serve. Here's the pass up to Triggs. Denied, kept alive, and it falls down. Triggs was caught in a straitjacket once again by 2 Bemidji blockers, but Peterson was able to get the assist as she saves it from falling down, and Triggs with a last-second bump over the net and falling to give the Spuds an 8-7 lead here in set number 2. A very high bump by Bogenreef. Now Peterson, Lund, Triggs. Here's Roop. Hit in the air by Peterson, now Triggs. Spuds are ready for that trick play. Now Triggs again. This time it falls. Third time's the charm. 9-7 in set number 2. And Triggs is starting to get rolling here. 2 straight kills for her. Roop with the bump. Blocked at the net by Smith and Bathurst. Could not be handled by Mamuge again, and it's 10-7. And Aubrey Smith will get credit for that one, as Mamuge is just having a very difficult time handling these kills from the Spuds. Here's Roop. Denied by Bathurst. Oh my, Grace Bathurst was right there to greet her, in a timeout Bemidji. The Spuds are just always ready, and they have been all game so far. 11-7 lead thanks to the block from Bathurst. We'll return here on Spuds TV in a moment.
Natural talent, physical gifts, training advantages. To become a champion, none of that matters. True champions are the ones who are comfortable working harder, staying later, and finding that competitive edge. They are never satisfied simply doing a good job, because those who transform themselves from local talent into local folklore are the ones who continually perform beyond their limits. Bell Bank, proudly supporting champions everywhere.
11-7 lead for the Moorhead Spuds as they look to keep that lead. Mamuge with the bump. Up to Smith. It's going to go towards the Spuds as it was last touched by Bemidji, and the lead's up to 5. Nice dig by Roop. Another great dig, this time by Bogenreef. Now Triggs. This one falls. Deflected at the net by Bemidji. And they could not get it after that. It was free falling. 13-7. Bogenreef with a line drive serve. Last touched. I believe it was Mamuge who tried bumping it in the air, and she could not handle it. That thing was a laser. And it's 14-7 on the First Community Credit Union scoreboard. Blocked at the net by Bathurst and Smith. Once again, 15-7. The Spuds have all sorts of momentum here in this game so far. Peterson up to Smith. Nice dig by Mamuge. Here's Triggs. And it lands out of bounds, and it's 15-8. Good play design. Could not get it to fall inbounds. Margie Anderson with the line drive serve, and it's going to go out of bounds off of the Spuds, and it is 15-9. And the Lumberjacks starting to chip away at the Spuds lead. Bumped up to Triggs. Nice dig by Nisler. Up to Roop. That one goes in the net, 16-9. Pretty much everything coming up for these Spuds, whether if it's bad serves or defensive errors by the Lumberjacks. And that time it could not be handled by Bogenreef, and it's 16-10. Pemberton checks back into the game. She'll serve. Triangle formation for the Lumberjacks. Bumped up by Peterson. Now Bogenreef. Up to Triggs with the bump. And Bathurst almost getting the kill there, but it was nicely played by Bemidji. Up to Smith. Almost almost four hits on the Spuds, but it won't matter anyway as it goes out of bounds, last touched by, I think, Aubrey Smith, and it's 16-11. And that'll be a service ace for Pemberton as Peterson couldn't dig it out. And the lead all of a sudden has been cut to 4. Lumberjacks are still in it by a mile. And that'll help them a lot too, as that one from Ness goes out of bounds. And it's 16-13. Pemberton once again. Triangle formation once again for the Lumberjacks. Kept alive by Bogenreef somehow. Here's Roop. Could not be dug out by Triggs. And it's 16-14 on the First Community Credit Union scoreboard. Lumberjacks are looking really good now. They have roared back, and that's going to help them even more. It's a 1-point game in set number 2. And another one that could not be dug out by these Spuds. And that's another ace, and the game is tied. Well, we talked about big errors being big factors in this game and who wins. Definitely coming to fruition here in set number 2. And the game's tied 16 all. Up to Smith. Pemberton with a nice bump. Here's Roop, kept in the air by Triggs. Here's Roop again. And Bemidji takes the lead back. 17-16 Lumberjacks, and they are really enthusiastic now. From what was a dominating Spuds lead early in set number 2 has turned into a 1-point Bemidji lead. Timeout, Moorhead will be back here on Spuds TV.
Boss DXT snowplows are tough to beat. Featuring dual trip tech, flared wings, and optional D-force for improved scraping and backdragging performance. Choose from 3 different sizes in steel, stainless steel, and poly. The Boss DXT is built to restore order.
Your home for Boss snowplows is Bert's Truck Equipment on Highway 75 North in Moorhead.
(17-16) Lumberjacks, as they have staged a tremendous comeback here in set number 2, and they look to add on to their lead. It's only 1, but it's something. Nice bump there by Nisler. Here's Roop. Oh, what a nice dig there by Ness. And it's going to be a tie game, as that is a lift on Bemidji. Some beautiful digs by these Spuds. And a great answer. 17 all in set number 2. Denied by Haran once again. Making a statement here on Thursday night. And the Spuds, in a heartbeat, get the lead right back. Up to Roop, deflected, and it is in. No, it must have went out of bounds, and it must have touched a Spud, as that is what the refs are signaling. Game's tied back up at 18 apiece. Nisler with the serve. Here's Haran. It falls, 19-18. This is Annie Haran's game. Another kill for the 6'1" junior. She is putting on a magnificent performance here tonight. And that one's deflected off of Triggs and out of bounds. And the game's tied back up at 19. 19 all in set number 2. Francine Mamuge with the serve. Nice fake there by Bogenreef. Up for Roop. Denied again, and it falls. 20-19 on another block by Haran. Here's Lund with the serve. Bump by Nisler. Here's Triggs. Bumped by Pemberton. Now Roop kept alive. Here's Triggs. Denied. A brick wall at the net. There were 3 Lumberjacks ready for the potential Talia Triggs kill, but it did not come to fruition, and the game is tied 20-20. Here's Triggs again. This time, she gets it to fall. A beautiful bump from Talia Triggs. And it's 21-20. Kept in the air by Atchison for the moment, but instead, it goes to the scores table and out of bounds. And just like that, it's 21-all here in set number 2. A very exciting set so far. Bump by Peterson, now Bogenreef. Dug out by Roop. And just like that, the Lumberjacks take the lead back, as it was Livia Ritchie getting the kill. And Aurora Frank will serve. That almost worked out poorly for the Spuds. They managed to make it work. This time they can't. 23-21. And the Spuds take another timeout as they look to get sorted out, as they're on the brink here in set number 2, down 2. We'll be back on Spuds TV in a few moments.
We are The Breakdown. For almost 2 decades, we've published the most comprehensive yearbooks on Minnesota high school sports and run the best in-season and off-season events. We cover every corner of the state. We are The Breakdown.
(23-21) Bemidji here in set number 2 as they look to even this game up at 1 set apiece. Line drive serve. Up to Triggs. Deflected, and it falls. And it's a 1-point game. Matt Bogenreef will serve. With her team down 1. Dug out by Nisler. Up to Ritchie. Now Bogenreef up to Bathurst. Tipped. Oh, what a nice dig. But it'll go to Moorhead as it was a double hit. 23-all on the First Community Credit Union scoreboard. Serve from Bogenreef. And it could not be saved there. A valiant effort by, I believe, Anderson, who is running out of bounds just to keep it alive. And Bemidji looking to talk things over here in set number 2. 24-23 Spuds here tonight. We'll be back in a few moments. crowd is on their feet here on the campus of Moorhead High School. In the air, could not be saved, and the game is tied at 24 all. Margie Anderson with the serve. Bogenreef up to Triggs. Deflected and out of bounds. Could not be handled once again by the Lumberjacks. And set point coming up once again for the Spuds. And Talia Triggs with the serve. In the air. Almost 4 hits. Bathurst kept alive by Nisler. Up to Roop. Nice dig by Triggs. Bathurst kept alive by Roop once again. Here's Ritchie. Kept alive by Peterson. Nice dig. Here's Ness. Too much on it. Tied at 25. A lot of action here late in set number 2. And Pemberton will serve. Here's Bathurst, denied, and it falls! Set point coming up for Bemidji. The lights were on, but nobody was home after the block. And the Lumberjacks in prime position. But can the Spuds keep it going? Here's Smith. Kept alive. Nisler up to Roop. Now Triggs in the air. Here's Smith. Deflected. Nisler. Roop. Peterson. Almost hits it into the ceiling. Denied. And it falls out of bounds off the Spuds. And the Lumberjacks win a thrilling set number 2. And this game is tied at 1 set apiece. What a set that was. Back and forth. After the Spuds were up by as many as 8. What a game so far, ladies and gentlemen. We will take a break here on Spuds TV for set number 3.
To show up to work every day, it's not a job. It's not just a paycheck. It ultimately is a way of life. And to add that extra smile in someone's day is what gets me to work every day, and in return to just receive those smiles and those thank yous or those squeezes of your hand is so meaningful, and it really brings me back every day.
Set number 3 coming up here on Spuds TV. Bemidji recently won set number 2, 27 25 in a very thrilling set. Back and forth battle the entire way, as that has pretty much been the slogan for this rivalry between the Lumberjacks and the Spuds, back and forth. And you can tell that these teams really like playing against each other, because every time they do, it's always a fun match. Jordan Pemberton will start set number 3. Kept alive. Up in the air for Roop. Nice dig there by Bogenreef. Now Ness, kept alive by Nisler. Up to Roop once again. I think that was off of Peterson, who attempted to bump it in the air. And it's 1-0 just like that. Pass up to Smith. Denied! But not for long. For the moment, these Spuds were going to be down 2-0. But instead, the game is tied up at 1 apiece. So that block went out of bounds off of Bemidji. And that one goes out of bounds as well. Could not be handled, and it's 2-1. Here's Atchison. Nice dig there by Pemberton. Here's Roop. Deflected off Atchison, and it's 2-2. Haran, Bogenreef, Ness, Triggs, Peterson, and Atchison out there for the Spuds. Peterson starts it off. Haran couldn't finish. Pass up to Ness. Denied again, and it'll go towards Moorhead as it was a lift on the Lumberjacks. 3-2 game. Kendall Lund will serve. And Nisler smartly lets it go out of bounds to make it 3-all in set number 3. Too much put on there by Lund. Here's Mamuge. And that one goes into the net. And it's 4-3. Bumped up by Nisler. Here's Roop. Deflected at the net by Bogenreef and Bathurst. Here's Triggs. Almost falling, and it does. Off the Lumberjacks and out of bounds. 5-3 in set number 3 as Triggs delivers once again. And an illegal rotation. And it's 5-4. That is the second illegal rotation of the game for the Spuds. Here's Molly Roop. Dug out by Atchison. Up to Bathurst. That one falls, and it's 6-4. Credited to Bathurst, as it could not be handled at the net. In the air for Ritchie, denied by Smith. Bogenreef sets up for Bathurst. She's denied. Here's Smith. Denied once again. This Bemidji defense has been swarming the net. And a nice dig, or at least a nice attempt by Peterson. But she was a step late, and it's 6-5. A very good attempt, very good dig attempt by Peterson, but it was falling fast. And it's a 1-point game here in set number 3. Here's Triggs. Inside the line, yes sir, 7-5. Triggs does it again for the Spuds. And she'll serve. Here's Roop. Anderson, bumped by Bogenreef. Now Ness. Nice dig there by, I believe it was Bogenreef. And she was definitely the one that kept that rally alive for the Spuds, and it results in an 8-5 lead. Here's Triggs with the serve once again. Ritchie, now Triggs, Bogenreef, Smith. Could not be handled by Ritchie. And it's 9-5. Here's Roop. Good dig by Bogenreef, but it ends up costing her in the end as it hits the ceiling, and it's 9-6 here in the third set. Anderson with the serve, a laser of a serve that time. Here's Bathurst. Could not be dug out by Nisler. A good block for the moment at the net, but it manages to find the floor, and it's 10-6 on the First Community Credit Union scoreboard. Bumped by Ritchie, and out of bounds. Sager with a good crack at it, but it goes wide of the line, and it's 11-6. Sager with a good job of keeping it alive. Now Horan. That one is going to be saved by Roop. Now Nisler up to Ness. Now Nisler. Back up to Ritchie. And some miscommunication there. Ness couldn't pull the trigger. She stopped dead in her tracks. And the lead's cut to 4. As it was Livia Ritchie, I do believe, that got the kill. Up to Horan. Good block by Roop. Nice dig there by Nisler, but it won't matter. 12-7. As that will go against Nisler. As she was under the net on that dig. It was a great effort, though, nonetheless. Here's Roop, denied by Horan and Bogenreef, and it falls on Bemidji's side. 13-7, timeout Lumberjacks. And the Spuds are really putting the pieces together in set number 3. We'll be right back here on Spuds TV in a moment. 13-7 Moorhead in set number 3 as the crowd, specifically the student section, is very excited here, but they will tone down just a bit as Bemidji gets their 8th point of the 3rd set as it lands out of bounds. 5-point lead for the Spuds on the First Community Credit Union scoreboard. Kept alive by Bogenreef, and it could not stay inside the line. A little too much on it, and it's 13-9. Here's Nisler with the serve. Nice dig by Triggs. Here's Haran. Just inside the line. Oh boy, Annie Haran is having herself a night. 14-9. Served by Lund. And could not be kept alive. It was Anderson who was put on a pedestal during that play, and she could not execute. And it cost the Lumberjacks as it is 15-9 now. And it's not going to get any better from there as that one goes into the net, making it a 7-point lead for the Spuds, and it's 16-9. Mistakes on top of mistakes for the Lumberjacks here in set number 3. Kept alive there by Pemberton and then Roop. Now Triggs. A nice bump there from Pemberton, but it doesn't matter. It goes out of bounds, and the lead's up to 8 for the Spuds. Largest lead of the set so far. Up top for Roop. Off of Peterson and out of bounds. 17-10. And Tori Barr checks into the game for Bemidji, and she'll serve. Nice dig by Bogenreef. Now Triggs. That one falls. Nisler couldn't do anything about it. And it's 18-10. Triggs with another kill. Here's Haran. Nice dig there from Pemberton there. Up top to Bathurst. Nice dig again by Nisler. Here's Roop. Kept alive for the moment and out of bounds. Good effort there from Haran and Bogenreef, who is chasing it down. But it's 18-11 now. And Molly Roop will serve for Bemidji. Bump by Atchison, up to Triggs. You bet! 19-11 as Talia Triggs found an open space and took advantage. Nobody was home for Bemidji. And Triggs made him pay. Over the top, now Triggs does it again! 20-11. Almost a carbon copy scenario. Nobody in the backcourt this time for Bemidji, and it's 20-11, just like that. Nice dig by Nisler. Here's Ritchie, bumped by Peterson. A nice dig there by Roop. Now Bathurst, denied. Denied once again. Bemidji did it to Bathurst 2 times in a row. And that rally was kept alive by Roop. Molly Roop had to lay out and make a very tough dig. And it looks like Triggs may have stepped out of bounds there, as it is 20-13. And that'll be a service ace for the Lumberjacks, as, I mean, it didn't look like it landed in bounds, but it's a 6-point game nonetheless. Up to Triggs. And it'll go towards Bemidji as that one goes out of bounds. And just like that, the Lumberjacks storming back. It's only a 5-point game now. And some serious confusion on the Spud side as they just let it fall. They were sitting ducks on that rally, and a timeout called by head coach Amber Fugelberg as she looks to talk it over with their team as they are on the ropes now after having a sizable lead. We'll be back here on Spuds TV after this Moorhead timeout. Welcome back to girls volleyball on Spuds TV. Bemidji staging another comeback after being down as many as 8. Now the lead's just 3. 20-17 as that serve from Grace Bathurst went right into the net. Line drive serve goes out of bounds. 21-17 now as some subs check in for the Lumberjacks. Here's Talia Triggs with the serve. Up top, denied by Bathurst. Keeps it alive on her side. Now Triggs. Is it in bounds? No, it is not. Just barely. And it's 21-18. Margie Anderson to serve once again for the Lumberjacks. Dug out by Peterson. Now Smith deflected. What a dig there by Roop. Molly Roop with another tremendous dig. And the rally continues. And it'll end on a lift by Bemidji. Yet another huge mistake by the Lumberjacks as the Spuds are inching closer to a set 3 win. And it looked like for the moment there Anderson wasn't ready for it. And neither was Frenzel, who was in the vicinity, and a timeout called by Bemidji. A 5-point lead for the Spuds late in set number 3. We'll be back once again on Spuds TV after this timeout. (23-18) Spuds. They look to close out set number 3 here. Student section on their feet. Served by Peterson. In the air by Anderson. Denied by Haran. Anderson in the air for Roop. Now Peterson up to Triggs. Couldn't cash in there. And that was a hot shot from Sager as Haran put a little too much on that bump as it goes into, almost into the ceiling rather. And out of bounds, 23-19. Here's Jordan Pemberton. Up top for Haran. Now Nisler. Up to Roop. Now Peterson. Haran. Nice dig there by Pemberton. Triggs keeps it alive for Bogenreef. Now Haran. In the air. Anderson's able to keep it alive. Now Roop. Haran. Ness. Denied. Last touch by Bemidji. Set point coming up. And Atchison will serve. (24-19) on the First Community Credit Union scoreboard. Up to Roop. Now Atchison. Ness denied. And it will go towards Moorhead. A lift on the Lumberjacks once again. And that time, that mistake was a little deeper as the Lumberjacks fall behind 2-1, and they are 1 set away from losing it. But the Spuds, with a great bounce back here in set number 3 as they look to close this game out in set number 4. And we will be back here on Spuds TV for the 4th set.
Before I became a real boy, life was easy. I just sat there doing sandwich stuff. But being alive is so hard. So if you don't want to get up to get a sandwich, you shouldn't have to.
Pam is a small business owner. She is swamped. Pam knows she needs to advertise, but is overwhelmed by all the options. What if there was a way for Pam to have access to a team of media experts? What if this was at no extra cost and didn't require a contract? Meet Avenue Right. Save time, money, and get peace of mind that your advertising dollars are well spent.
Welcome back to girls volleyball on Spuds TV. Moorhead leads 2-1 as we are just about set to start set number 4. Bathurst checks out. Peterson is in. And on the court for the Spuds, it'll be Peterson, Triggs, Bogenreef, Ness, Smith, and Haran. For the Lumberjacks, it'll be Frenzel, Anderson, Sager, Roop, Pemberton, and Nisler. Here's Roop. Denied with the help of Smith and Horan. And the Spuds have come out flying here in set number 4. The no-fly zone is what it should be called from now on. Up top for Sager. Here's Peterson. Up top for Smith. Out of bounds, and the game is tied. And Sammy Nisler will serve. Box formation for the Spuds. Pass to Smith. Kept alive momentarily by Roop. And it won't matter as it falls out of bounds, and it's 2-1. And Atchison subs in for Aubrey Smith. Here's Pemberton. Could not be dug out by Triggs. And it's 2-2. Triggs had to lay out that time. Made a good attempt. And there was nobody in that area that time. Torrey Barr will serve. Bump by Triggs. Now Horan denied, and it'll fall. Molly Roop was right there to greet her, and the Lumberjacks take a 3-2 lead. Pass to Horan, deflected. Gonna be a tough play. Anderson's able to cash in on that save. Now Ness denied, and it'll land out of bounds. And the game is tied back up at 3 apiece. Ness will go to the bench. And Lund will serve it. Nisler starts it off. Roop tries to finish it, and she can't. Now Triggs. Bump by Pemberton. Now Atchison. Up to Triggs once again. Pemberton almost got it over the net. Looks like she did. And it was last touch by Bemidji. Or no, they're going to say a net violation. On the Lumberjacks, as a player went over the net, resulting in a 4-3 lead for the Spuds. Four-three lead for the Spuds. Here's Roop, denied by Horan, and it'll fall. 5-3. Started off by Nisler. Could not be finished by Frank. Now Triggs hits the net. Horan, a last-second attempt. And a lift. It'll be a lift on Horan as she tried bumping it over with not a lot of time left. Great effort, though, nonetheless, by Haran. A nice dig there by Bogenreef, but it results in a Bemidji point, and it's 5-5. Here's Roop with the serve. Nice dig by Atchison, ends up going over the net. And it's blocked again! Annie Haran, have yourself a night. And it's 6-5. It was Livia Ritchie who tried putting Bemidji on top, but instead, Haran had other ideas. 6-5 Spuds. Now 7-5, as it could not be kept alive by Nisler. Line drive serve by Haran. Kept in the air by Anderson. Now on the Spud side, they look to set up for Bathurst. They do. Bathurst resets. Now Haran. Bump by Roop. Off of Atchison and out of bounds. It was Aurora Frank. And she'll serve. Up to Triggs. And the game is tied as that one goes just outside the line. And a quick point for the Spuds as that serve from Frank goes right into the net. Here's Bogenreef. Here's Nisler, now Anderson. Nisler again, looks like there was some miscommunication there. Up top for Triggs. And kept alive by Roop for the moment, but Triggs was ready to send it right back down to earth, and it's 9-7. Triggs with another kill to put the Spuds up 2 on the First Community Credit Union scoreboard. Here's Roop. Kept alive by Triggs. Anderson, now Sager, off of Smith and out of bounds, and it's 9-8. Here's Margie Anderson. Lund starts it off, and Bathurst is able to finish it. Bouncing around ping pong style, or pinball style, excuse me, on the Bemidji side as they could not continue the rally. It is 10-8. Nice dig by Nisler for the moment, but it wasn't enough to keep it in the air, and it's 11-8 here in set number 4. And Triggs will serve. This time it's kept in the air by Nisler. Deflected. Now Roop. Up to Ritchie. Now Triggs. Bogenreef, Bathurst, deflected. Kept alive by Roop. Now Triggs. It was Nisler and Roop. Looks like there was some miscommunication there again as they were both at the same spot at the same time, and it falls. Oh no, they're still going. Looks like Nisler was just able to keep it alive in the air. Triggs out of bounds. What a rally, and it's 11-9. It looked like the Lumberjacks were dead to right on that rally, but somehow, some way, Sammy Nisler is able to dig it out to make it 11-9, now 11-10, as Triggs couldn't dig it out. Jordan Pemberton will serve for the Lumberjacks. Up top for Bathurst, and it falls. 12-10. Bathurst goes to the bench. And Lauren Peterson will serve. Up to Roop. Deflected at the net by Haran. And a very, very good kill there by Roop. Molly Roop found the soft spot in the Spuds defense. And it's 12-11. And the Spuds will get a point right back. Leads back to 2 as that serve goes right into the net. Aubrey Smith checks out. Gracie Atchison checks in, and she'll serve with her team up 2 in set number 4. Here's Anderson. Roop again. Bringing the heat here tonight is Molly Roop. And another vicious point given to Molly Roop. And she has been hitting the ball hard here tonight. And that is one of many examples here. This one falls. Annie Haran is back again. And it's 14-12. Here's Kendall Lund. She'll serve. Up to Roop again. This one falls. 14-13. Once again, another kill for Molly Roop, finding the soft spot once again, and she'll serve. And that'll be a service ace for Roop, as she is having herself a very, very good set here. After getting the kill, she gets a service ace as Atchison isn't able to dig it out. As that one hits the net again, and another service ace for Molly Roop. Back-to-back service aces for Roop. And the Lumberjacks take the lead, 15-14. Here's Nisler. Up top. Kept alive by Atchison. Here's Triggs for the tie. 15 all in set number 4. And Bathurst is back in the front court with Bogenreef and Triggs, followed by Atchison and Lund. Haran with the serve. Here's Roop. And it was deflected on the far side. And the lead is back for the Lumberjacks, 16-15. It'll be Aurora Frank serving with her team up 1, not anymore. No arc on that one, and it's 16 all. Back and forth we go. Bogenreef with the serve. Up top for Sager. Kept alive there by Anderson. Bathurst. It falls. Spuds take the lead back, 17-16, as Bathurst gets the kill. Bogenreef will serve once again. Nistler. Now Sager denied off the Spuds and out of bounds. It'll be 17 all on the First Community Credit Union scoreboard. And Margie Anderson will serve. Up top for Bathurst. Denied, as it may have hit the net too. Regardless, it's another lead for the Lumberjacks, 18-17. Line drive serve. Up top for Triggs. And it falls! We're tied at 18. Talia Triggs does it again. all in set number 4 as Triggs serves. And that one falls. Ryan Ness gives the Spuds the lead back, and it's 19-18 in set number 4. The atmosphere is electric here on the campus of Moorhead High School. Triggs with the serve. Nistler starts it off for Bemidji. Kept alive by Bogenreef. Now Peterson, dug out by Roop. Now Triggs. Up to Smith. Bogenreef keeps it alive. Here's Ritchie. Denied! Aubrey Smith! My, oh my, she makes it 20-18 on another block and timeout, Bemidji. You know what they say, defense wins championships, and it could not be more right, as the Spuds are one step closer to winning this one here against the Bemidji Lumberjacks. We'll be back in a few moments here on Spuds TV.
Valley Alignment and Auto Repair has provided the FM area with vehicle service and repairs since 1978. They perform your vehicle service needs from oil changes and brakes to transmission and engine rebuilds. Valley Alignment and Auto Repair is a proud sponsor of Spuds Athletics and wish all the athletes and families a great 2022-23 school year and sports season.
20-18 in set number 4. The Spuds looking to close out the Lumberjacks here tonight. Up top for Sager, denied by Bathurst and Ness, 21-18. Teamwork from Ness and Bathurst. 3-point lead for the Spuds. Triggs with the serve, almost a service ace. Bathurst. It falls, 22-18. Nobody was home, and Bathurst takes advantage. Up top for Roop. Dug out by Peterson. Up top for Ness. In the air. Roop keeps it alive. Now Nistler. Here's Bathurst. Denied. Peterson keeps it alive. Up top for Ness. Kept alive by Ritchie. Here's Roop. In the air. Doesn't hit the ceiling. Triggs. Deflected. Kept alive by Nistler. Top for Ritchie. Peterson with the dig. Here's Aubrey Smith. Deflected, and it falls! 23-18. Breathing room for the Spuds in set 4. The Spuds are 2 points away from moving on to being 9-4 on the season. And we'll be back on Spuds TV after this Bemidji timeout.
Don't work out where you won't work out. Blueprint Personal Training. At Blueprint, you'll work directly with an experienced personal trainer and nutrition coach in our brand new private gym. Tell us about your fitness goals, and we'll provide the personalized workouts and motivation to get the results you want to see. Training, nutrition, accountability. Blueprint Personal Training. BlueprintFargo.com.
23-18. Triggs will serve with their team 2 points away from winning it. Here's Roop. Up top for Smith. Deflected, blocked, and a point for Bemidji. And the lead's cut to 4 on the First Community Credit Union scoreboard. Here's Jordan Pemberton. Up top for Bathurst. Kept alive. Nisler up to Pemberton. Here's Ness. Oh, what a nice dig by Nisler. Roop. Couldn't be kept alive by Triggs, and it's 23-20. And Molly Roop has been a force to be reckoned with on this Bemidji squad. Smith denied at the net by Roop. Couldn't be denied that time. She said, not today. Match point coming up. Aubrey Smith getting the kill there. Crowds on their feet. Student section ready. Served by Peterson, and it sails over the line. Bemidji catches a massive break there, and they're within 3. Sammy Nisler will serve. And she'll let it fall. Peterson lets it fall, and the Spuds win it. (25-21) the final of set number 4. And the Spuds get their 9th win of the season. And for the Lumberjacks, they fall to 5-9. And a big win for the Spuds as they are now 9-4. They continue to be a big threat for anybody else in Section 8 4A. Because if you have to play the Spuds at home during the playoffs, good luck. It's going to get loud, and it's going to be hard to play in. Spuds have been dominant at home all season, and they get another win here tonight, winning against the Lumberjacks 3-1. That'll do it for girls volleyball on Spuds TV. This is Thomas Fox wishing you all a very good night.